John, another encouraging home performance there for you this afternoon. Really turning this place into a fortress now.
Well, we've been playing some good football. We know the threats that MK Dons possess, and I've been saying this from the start of the season. Initially they were in the bottom two, and they were never that type of team. They're a really good footballing side, pass the ball well, and we knew we had to press them and try and take the ball off them, which we did. But they still managed to find ways to get out, so fair play to them. But we've got a great set of lads in there, and you've seen the effort that we've put in there, and played some good football along the way. The move for the first goal was brilliant, the move for the second goal was brilliant, and on another day maybe could have been 4-3, but we didn't want it to be as open as it got, but tired legs, it does get a little bit like that. But the lads have put a shift in, and when you get a win, it makes it all the more worthwhile when you worked hard for it.
You mentioned the tired legs. Of course, that comes by virtue of hard work, and certainly in the first half hour or so, you press them and you cause them to cough up possession time and again. You must have been really pleased with that element of the game. Yeah,
I was delighted with that, but you can't do that for 90 minutes. You've got to pick your times to do it, and we did in the second half. We pressed them well, and everyone. You couldn't knock any player couldn't say any player didn't play well today. And that, when you get your team like that, you're going in the right direction.
Dion Charles will obviously get the headlines for his 2 goals, but Tariq Awakwe was obviously instrumental in both of those.
Yeah, we know what Tariq can do, and he had a little bit of an injury, then he had a little bit of a dip in form, and COVID and all that, and it all mounted up on him and lost his way a little bit. But he's been lively in training, and he's fought for his place, and then he's grabbed the opportunity with both hands today.
Their goal, the striker will obviously get a lot of credit for that. He picks up the ball on halfway and drives at your defence. Are you slightly disappointed with the nature of that?
You've got to be disappointed. He's got the ball, he's back to goal in his own half. He's turned and past 4 players. It's got a bit of deflection when it's gone in. But we're disappointed with that. But we had, we should have equalised a minute later, and then we had, the strength of character to battle back and get the goal.
Not entirely sure where you are in the league table at this point, but again, you around the top 6. What are your aspirations this year? You've got so many games, of course, in hand on the teams above you too.
My aspirations, honestly, I know this sounds daft, is just to keep trying to win as many games as we can. Today, I'm delighted for the win. It's 20 years since my dad died this week, and so I'd like to dedicate that and think, he was big. He was a big part, and he still is a big part of my life. Shaped the way I've become as a person, and I'd like to think he was looking down on us today and made a couple of blocks for us and let the ball run into Dion's path. But it's quite touching that, and I'm delighted that we've won in the week of his anniversary of his death.
And obviously the 3 points a fitting tribute.
Yeah, it was, and Buzz at our groundsman as well. It's his 50th as well, so I'm sure he'll be delighted as well. But our aspirations this year has got to be just to try and win as many games as we can. We know that this is an unforgiving league. There's no, I wouldn't say there's a standout team, but there's certainly no duck eggs, as we call them. There's certainly no easy games, and every game you play and every point you win, you're going to have to be hard fought, and that was the case today.
Thoughts now turn to Cup combat, obviously, in the week. Manchester United under 21s. What are you expecting from that?
It'll be a tough game, they'll be full of beans, they'll technically be good. They'll have a load of energy, and we've got to try and, find a way to beat them, and we're always doing that. We're always plotting our way, trying to see the best way we can of defeating the opposition. I've got a great set of staff who work really hard and are very thorough in their preparation, and Tuesday's game will be no different than today's game, and next Saturday's game we'll prepare and try and win.
Didn't make any substitutions this afternoon, so presumably 1 or 2 changes maybe in midweek.
We'll see what the injury list like on Monday. There'll be a few stiff legs, but if we don't, we're not. I've never been an advocate of just chopping and changing for the sake of it. Some players might need a game, and we welcome Sean McConville back into the squad as well, which is a big boost for us, big lift. He's a big character at this club, really good footballer as well. I'm told he's a good commentator when he does that as well. But
very well.
But when we get him on the pitch, he can definitely make an influence.